So Daniel found this park and ride. It worked out really well. You could use the tram or the bus to get into Edinburgh. We got like day passes, and I was astounded that they were only £5 per person, and you could get on trams and buses all around Edinburgh. However, we did a hell of a lot of walking, and Daniel did actually plan our route really well. It was a very tiring day. I may put in a little bit of voiceover now and again, but this probably is a funny thing, but I cannot remember ever get on a tram before, so I did find it quite exciting, rather than taking the bus into Edinburgh. Again, I probably will say this again at the end of this video, I cannot give it justice. It was an amazing day. We need to go back. The atmosphere was just wonderful. I have put music to some of it, and some of it you'll have some background noise just because of the atmosphere. So please enjoy this video.
They've got very impressive buildings, haven't they?
I feel like you're in Scotland now.
This was actually one of the places we wanted to visit. It was quite a trek, but it was most enjoyable. Extremely windy, obviously, when we got up there, and Daniel kept saying, "Mum, could you just go back a bit further, He says, and I kept looking behind me, and I must admit, even with all the sort of trek up there, I wouldn't get too close to the edge like a lot of people did, because I do not like heights, but I'm glad we did it. And at least it was a lot easier going back down because it was downhill. But like I said, it was actually one of the attractions. Well, I can't say attractions, but wanted the views of Edinburgh, and I'm glad we did it. So this was Guinevere. She weighed just over 80 pounds, so she was quite heavy. I was a little bit nervous to start with, and also the weight of her, I was a bit dubious, but once obviously you have to outstretch so that she can be passed onto the arm, but then I was able to put my arm sort of inside or towards my body to make it easier to hold her. It was something I was so happy about, to be able to actually hold an owl, especially at this size, but enjoy this anyway.
Her name is Julia, back at the centre, and she's only 19 weeks old and she's already a bit larger. She doesn't weigh as much, but she's larger. I don't realise how heavy they are. It's a lot of weight. People say, oh, that was a quick shot, but she can't be standing longer with weight. Would you like to eat? So she's 5 years old. So she's got her cheese. Did you get it?
Yeah. Does anyone to buy an ice cream? Strawberries are favourite.
I'll go on to the ice cream shop, take that one.
While we was in Edinburgh, we did actually come across the preparations for filming. A number of people asked, but they wouldn't state what they were filming. I understand when I got home and I put a little bit there that it could be Frankenstein or a version of Finding Frankenstein's monster. That was very, I think, hush hush. I think staff were told not to say anything and one thing or another. Didn't actually see any of the actors, but it might seem strange as I keep saying. But I did video a car. It seemed to have a well-dressed driver and security, so whether that was the director or I don't know, someone who was actually appearing in this movie, but it looks like it could be something to do with Frankenstein. Across the board, especially me and Daniel also, to a certain extent, did interact with different people. A lot of things going on in Edinburgh, and I probably will say this a number of times, it's another place that I will need to come back to. We only spent a day there, but it was so enjoyable that we need to go back and even maybe have a tour guide as well. We did see quite a few around Edinburgh, but we just so enjoyed the history, the sort of atmosphere and everything. So yeah, if you've been to Edinburgh, please comment, did you enjoy it? I must admit, we were sort of out of this world. It's one of the top places I think we have visited. when we come across this guy, it said that you could have photographs taken with a small donation to leukemia, which nobody was waiting, and we had a long conversation with this gentleman. It turned out he is a history teacher, and he was amazing, as you can probably see from this footage.
And who's he to you? Oh, that's perfect. In the eyes of a child, a son shall bow before his mother is a god. We agree? Now you can rise. Good.
After spending the day in Edinburgh, I'm so happy that we managed to do this trip. It was sort of the top of my list. Just sad that hubby was absent. It was a place he really wanted to visit, so I'm honouring him with this trip to Edinburgh, and a place that Daniel and I definitely want to visit again. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video.